Hello everybody and welcome back to Witchcraft with the Arthritic Artisan. My name is Sandra. Today we are doing another DIY on the fly. We're going to see what we can come up with using these materials. I've got some burlap, some wooden crosses that I found at Hobby Lobby, some Jenga blocks, Mod Podge, some chalk paint, some crackle medium just in case, and some florals. I kind of have an idea in my head, but they don't always work out so well. And if you saw the pile of half-done experimental crafts that I have on a table behind me, you would understand. All right, so let's get started. I am going to take some burlap, and I'm thinking the bottom cross, I might like to decoupage it with burlap. So I'm just going to cut a piece to kind of basically fit. I'm not cutting out the shape of the cross. I'm just cutting it roughly, and we will trim it after the Mod Podge dries. We are going to Mod Podge this down. We are going to start by putting a layer down on the cross. I'm going to put a thicker coat than I normally do, only because it's burlap and it'll help it stick better. Okay, once I have that done, I'm just going to lay this over. I'm going to try not to stretch it too much because I don't want to distort how the burlap looks. And I'm going to put another coat over the top. Now that we have this coated, we're going to put this aside to dry, and we are going to move on to the top cross that we're going to put on it. For my cross, I think I'm going to do a base of white chalk paint, and then once it's dry, put the crackle medium on, and I'm going to use this French linen for the top color. We'll see how it comes out. I'm going to start by putting a nice layer of white chalk paint over the whole surface of the cross. This was not a very thick coat of chalk paint, so this is going to dry in no time at all. But before you use crackle medium, make sure that that bottom coat is 100% dry. Once the first layer of paint has dried, we are going to put a coat of crackle medium. If you put a super thin coat, you'll have little crackles in your paint, and if you put a heavier coat, you'll have bigger crackles. I'm just going to put a medium coat. You can set that aside to dry. While that's drying, we'll go ahead and trim this burlap off the front. Now, since this is going to stand up on display, I want to finish the back, so we're going to do the same thing to the back that we did to the front, and we are going to put a layer of Mod Podge down and some more burlap. Now that the crackle medium is good and dry, we're going to add your top paint that is going to crackle. When you're applying the paint over the crackle medium, you don't want to mess with the paint that you're putting on too much. It will ruin the effect of the crackle. So try to just get it on and then leave it. While we're waiting for the paint to dry, we'll go ahead and finish trimming up our cross. I'm thinking I'd like to add some braided jute around the edge to finish it off just a little bit more. Let's do that. While you guys weren't looking, I went behind your back and covered one of the tumbling tower blocks with some burlap so that when we put it on the back of the cross to stand up, it's going to blend right in. Now that everything is nice and dry, we can start assembling and decorating, and it's my favorite. Let's see how we want this. What do we want to do? I want to add some of this lace around the perimeter. I'm going to take a scrap of burlap and put it on top of this block. I'm afraid that the sides are showing. And I really don't want them to. All right, let's glue this to the back of our cross. So far, I'm liking it. For my cross, I have decided to just go with a couple of these little floral sprays. I've tied a little bit of jute around them. Then I'm going to make a simple jute bow. I'm just going to wrap it around my fingers a few times. Pull it off and twist it. Tie that tail around the center. You've got a cute little bow. Then I'm just going to glue my bow to the center of that little floral spray. And trim these ends just a little bit. Now we'll just put the block on the back. Finish off that top edge on the back with just a little piece of jute. Tell me what you think in the comments section below. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and ring that bell to get notified about all future videos and projects. And until next time, have a magical day.